You're watching Let the Quran Speak. Now we answer questions we've received from you, our viewers. If you have a question yourself, please visit our website, www.quranspeaks.com. Okay, Brother Shabir, this first question is about whether there are any standard punishments for apostates of Islam.
No, there's nothing that I know of in the Quran or in the what I would regard to be authentic sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Can you let readers know what apostates are in case they're not aware?
Yes. We know from the Bible that the term apostate is mentioned in Deuteronomy chapter 13. And the apostate basically is a person who reneges from the faith. In the Arabic tradition is referred to as a murtad, and it is commonly assumed in many Muslim communities that the punishment for apostasy is death. However, I do not find this mentioned in the Quran itself. To begin with, the Quran speaks many times about people coming into the faith and leaving it. And apparently there were some people toying with the religion by embracing it by morning and then reneging in the evening, so as to sow doubt in the minds of the existing Muslims. The idea being that now the Muslims are going to think, well, if people came in and then they left, maybe we should leave too. That sort of thing. Now that this is mentioned in the Quran, I believe is very significant for the view of apostasy, because many will say that the justification for killing the apostate in what evolved as the commonly known rule in Islamic societies is that the apostate somehow is going to sow doubt in the minds of Muslims, and therefore to preserve the faith of the Muslims, which is of paramount importance, to save them from punishment in the life hereafter, it is necessary then to kill the apostate. That seems to be the justification. But the Quranic verses I'm referring to show that people were doing this already in the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him. And if there's anyone who wanted to protect the faith of the Muslims, it would have been the Prophet himself. And had he been killing apostates, people would not have dared to use this ruse. And the Quran says that they say, be believers by morning and disbelievers by evening, لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْجِعُونَ, so that they might cause even some Muslims to renege from the faith. So it's very clear from the Quran that there is no specific punishment for the act of apostasy, whereas there are specific punishments for some other deeds, like for stealing or for committing adultery and so on. Now, what about the traditions which are attributed to the Prophet, peace be upon him? There is a tradition which is widely discussed, and it is found in some of the more authentic books. It says that if someone reneges from the faith and changes his community, he should be killed. But the statement is so general that it would apply also if somebody from another community reneged from his faith and then left his community, mainly that he's become a Muslim. So we cannot take the statement in such a general way. But in what way can we take the statement? We have to find a way that would be in harmony with the rest of what we know to be Islam on the whole. And there is a very important verse of the Quran which says, La ikraha fid din. There is no compulsion in religion. That's in the second chapter, the 256th verse. That statement is put in such a general way that if we were to apply the generally known rule that the apostate should be killed, we would be contradicting that verse. That verse says there's no compulsion in religion, and by killing apostates, we are in fact compelling people to stay in the religion. And in fact, we're also preventing the spread of the message of Islam, because now we're handicapped. If we want to say to a person, be a Muslim, and now we have to be afraid, what if this person becomes a Muslim tomorrow and then changes his mind a week later? What will happen then? So for this reason, some who want to give the message of Islam to others, which is an impetus that we have, and in fact a mandate that we are given to spread this message, we have to be afraid to even now spread the message, because if people embrace Islam and then renege, what are we going to do? And for this reason, we see that some people who start to give the message, sometimes they hesitate to let the person embrace Islam. A person comes and says, okay, I'm ready to embrace Islam now. And now we're saying to him, but are you sure? Whereas in fact, it should be the other way. You are ready to embrace Islam? Great. Because we believe that when a person embraces the religion of Islam, his or her sins are washed away completely. come on, take the Shahada, say the faith, the creed of Islam, and become officially a Muslim. Now, if it so happens later on that you decide to leave, that is between you and God. And that's how the Quran has left it.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for your time, Brother Shabir.
You're welcome.
That's all the time we have. For updates and additional information, please visit our website, www.quranspeaks.com. And write to us, because your comments and questions help guide the show. I'm Safiya Ali. For all of us here at Let the Quran Speak, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allah